Now the magic of the soft stick is, when he's making the 1, I can hit his arm. When he makes the 2 go slow, I can hit his hand. Hand, arm. And now that teaches me, and you do the same thing now. That teaches me to hit him, not just to hit his stick. The biggest problem with training, always in training mode, is that that's what you learn. And then when you actually put to the test, that's what you do. So you have to teach yourself how to actually hit the other guy. Because if you don't teach yourself that, then when the real thing happens, you're not on target. You don't hit the other guy, and so it doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to. The soft sticks have worked out very, very well in this regard. It allows you to take basic training situations and make them into actual combat situations. The other thing is that you can actually fight with the sticks, and instead of pulling everything and making sure you don't strike each other, you can actually bang each other a little bit using the soft sticks.
Now, I want to make a comment. He just tapped me here. Now, I'm not out.
No, if that had been a real stick,
I felt it. My ear's ringing, right? But
we can still train.
We can still train.
If that had been a stick now, where he hit me here and where I hit him there, now we'd both have pain there. Mm-hmm. And where I hit him behind his ear, he'd have pain there too.
But you still feel it enough so it's not like,
I can feel it.
Yeah. And I want to mention, I've had students bring other that they buy from different places.
Yeah.
And they either hurt like crazy or they do absolutely
nothing.
nothing.
They do absolutely nothing.
These are the only ones on the market, and I suggest to everybody in every school that you use these, because these are the only ones that are going to give you the realism that you're looking for.
I think so. Hit me in the head. Okay, I'm going to come here and check this, and now I'm just going to cut him like that, and he's going to check it. He's going to hit me here, and instead of that happening, I'm going to do that and step back. And now I'm going to thrust in. He's going to hit me right in the head, and I'm going to check it here. Okay. I'm going to break and hit him over the head. He's going to hit me here. I'm going to check that, hit him here. He's going to thrust over his head and then back down again, okay? When he hits me with this, I can hit him on the hand. I don't have to hit his stick. When I make this movement, I can hit him in the ribs. He can hit me on the hand. When he thrusts, he can stab that in. When he thrusts, I can hit him on the hand. Okay? I can snap this to his head and hit him between the eyes if he doesn't get his block up. When we actually do this drill in real life with sticks, I have to let this hand go so that he can block it. But the reality of it is, if I'm doing this, that's immediate. If his hand isn't up there, his head gets crashed. That's the reality of
it. So now if we want to, we can actually,
hit each other. Exactly.
Put it.
Change.
Get back out. And you get into your grappling and you can still do it. Oh! Cool. These are really fantastic, a lot of fun. Give you a nice little reality to it. And let's talk about those for a second.
These knives are really old.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I've had these things for over a decade, and they're fantastic.
They're the ones that we make now still look like this, but they actually have a ½ inch foam in the middle of them. They're a little fatter, and just because they're more safe, and you can stab a little more because there's a little more foam. We actually make 2 different kinds of knives. These we call replica knives, so they'll look like the real thing, and we put Mylar on them so it looks like a real blade. And anytime that you see something that looks like a blade, you automatically go faster. Your mind doesn't cut you any slack. It goes into full mode. The other kind of knife we make is called a full contact knife or an unbreakable knife. And those are, yeah, there's one. And this is an old one. This is a wedge. And we call it a wedge because it's got a 1/4 inch of foam here and it's fat all the way across the top. Just like this is basically a stick with a molded handle, so that you can stab pretty hard with it. But I found that I didn't like these as much for slashing, so I started making these wedges, and I actually make a thing called a flat. And the flat is the same width here as it is here. It's basically 1 inch wide. So you have 1 inch to really stab somebody with or cut somebody with. Now the nice thing about these knives, and let me use this one and stick this one in here. So we like to pull the knife. Okay. having this allows me to stab. So if we take a basic drill, this is a drill that I learned from Sifu Francis Fong many, many years ago. And this is a drill to learn how to keep from being stabbed if somebody raises that knife over your head and thrusts it into your throat or thrusts it into your face. Stab me. I want to just cut it like that, okay? I'm going wrist to wrist or somewhere in here. At that point, I'm going to wrap this and put that right on the outside of my forearm and twist him in. Now, this has all to do with leverage. And the harder he tries to resist, the worse it is on his elbow and his shoulder, and the more it takes the knife out. And I've actually proven this on a really big guy to see if it worked. And not only did it disarm the knife, but it made his body move 3 or 4 feet in that direction. His feet came out from under him, so that I know this works under stress. So anyway, the way this works is I do this, and then I let it go, and he does it. And I can do it like this and change it to this arm and put it back if I want, and that's just another way of doing the drill. So I do this, and I turn off to the side and let it out, and I do it. He turns it off to the side, and he lets me out. He does it. He does it. Okay. He does it. And the good thing is, if I'm quicker and he actually gets stabbed, it doesn't hurt him because it's not wood and it's not metal. Even though it's not wood and it's not metal, it has a solid 5/8 nylon core, so that you can still feel it. You know, but I can still disarm it. Same way I can peel it out, okay? Because it will act like a knife because it is rigid.
And then if you're training and you do try to get him, right?
Right, no, you can stab the crap out of each other and it's not going to hurt you. Okay? And don't do this at home because if you ever really do that to somebody, you're going to jail for a long time. Not allowed to cut their throats. That's the rules.
So let's make the disclaimer. You can still get hurt. We're not responsible. David's not responsible. Stoff's not responsible. Karate Fire's not responsible. But train,
Hard.
you be responsible.
You be responsible. Always control it. The other thing we didn't tell you about is whenever you're playing with weapons, put some racquetball goggles on. Every time. And if you're kicking each other in the groin, put a groin cover on. The rest of it, though, you're not allowed to do. You've got to take the hits.
Thank you, everybody. So
Thanks.
Soft Sticks, get the link off the website. Have fun training.
Appreciate it. Have fun.